יש פה טונות של ציוד, אבל מכל הציוד הזה מעניינות אותנו כמה גיטרות מאוד מאוד מיוחדות, גיטרות היסטוריות, מכיוון שפול מקארטני לא זורק שום דבר. בן אדם שומר על הגיטרות שעליהם הוא ניגן מגיל 20, הוא עדיין מנגן עליהם. בואו נראה.
I'm actually Paul's technical manager.
Paul's technical manager.
Yeah, which means I basically set up and look after all of Paul's equipment prior to a show and any other time that we're doing recording or in a studio. I work for Paul full time.
Some very special basses and guitars over there.
Yeah.
Like the 1963 Hofner bass.
Yeah, absolutely.
That he has since he was like 21, 22.
63 he was given it. The original one that he bought was actually gone. Yeah, left. But he's had that one since 1963. So it's done everything. It's done the whole Beatle.
Oh yeah, tell you something.
You know.
This is the bass from the Ed Sullivan Show.
That's correct. It's also yes, it's used right up through entire Beatle touring. There's also the one in their last ever Beatle concert and tour.
What is it like taking care of such an historic instrument?
At first it was scary. But you get used to it. You know, it's Paul's bass, so it's just a tool, really. I mean, it's hard to explain. Let me get this. It's not so scary anymore. I'm still nervous. I'm still very respectful. Still have to be very careful. You know, I don't like having it with me too often. Sometimes I have to fly with it, or if John doesn't take it and I have to take it, and that's a bit scary. It's a bit nerve-wracking.
It's a lot of maintenance. It's a 45-year-old bass.
No, it doesn't take that much. The bridge slips occasionally, and you just have to get the action back in. Generally speaking, no, it's fine. It's fine.
Because
yeah.
so much use for 45 years.
Well, do you know, it didn't get used for a long period.
Yes.
He went through a period after the Beatles, you know, through Wings, where he used the Rickenbacker.
He doesn't use that anymore.
Studio still, yeah, it comes out. Yeah.
That old one.
Yeah, the one that he cut the horn off and sanded all the finish off. Yeah, he still uses that.
He still uses it to record.
Occasionally, not a lot, but occasionally. And this one, the Hofner came back out sort of 87, 88 when he was working with, I think it was Elvis Costello.
Yes.
And they were talking about, what about the bass? What about the Hofner? And they got it out, and it hadn't been used for a while, actually. So, there we go. It's we've added a few little things out, obviously.
Yes.
But
that's a strap lock. You don't want the bass to fall off the strap.
No, exactly. It's too important, this one.
Why do you think he still uses that old bass? Is he a sentimental guy?
No, there is a very serious, simple reason. It sounds amazing, this bass. We have probably in Paul's store about 4 or 5 other Hofner 501 basses and similar. Reissues, new, old. None of them sound like this. Every time we go into a studio, any producer or engineer, you plug this in, even DI, even without an amp, and they'll go, that sounds good, that bass. That's really one of the reasons he plays it. Plus, on stage for 2 hours, it's fantastic light. Yeah, it's a really nice bass to play. It feels good, and it sounds good. Every engineer loves it.
Every engineer.
Yeah. It is. I think I don't even know where that came from.
That's a brilliant idea.
Yeah, just so they don't get knocked.
Yes.
Do you know what it is? It's just a little rolled up bit of gaffer tape stuck in there.
Ah, I see.
So they don't move.
Yes, of course. It's upside down, you know. So he just got lucky in '63 that he got a great bass guitar.
Yeah, I don't know. I wonder. I'm not sure because I don't know enough about vintage instruments, but I wonder if things like this would, they mature, they get better as they get older. You know,
Probably.
old violins. You know, people say
Probably.
they just get better and better. So maybe this has just got better and better over 40 years.
And then he has the Epiphone Texan, the one the Yesterday guitar.
That's right, that's it.
The actual one. This is not a replica.
No, this is the one. He has that now. Epiphone have made a signature model.
Yes.
Which we actually have as a spare. Which is pretty good. It's a pretty good replica.
Wow. They made it exactly like the same wear marks and everything. But this is the real one, and this is the genuine, reissue.
Yeah, you can actually buy that. You know,
yes,
they made a
400.
limited amount.
Yes.
Because it's a great sounding guitar. This sounds great. You know, when he uses it, because it sounds so good.
You're holding in your hand the actual guitar that Yesterday was written on and recorded on.
I don't know if it was written on this guitar. I'm not sure.
Said it was.
Well,
yes,
then you go.
That's what he said.
Then that's right. I
And
wouldn't
it's
argue.
tuned one step.
Yeah, to D.
Yes,
Yeah.
because he wants to play in G and sing in F.
I guess that's right. Yeah.
That's the way he recorded it.
Yeah.
So this is also one of the most significant historic instruments,
Yeah.
That-
Yeah.
and you don't feel like you don't feel
Well-
weak when you hold it. Not anymore.
Not anymore. Like I said, at first I was a little nervous, but it's just important that it's looked after and you get on and you do your job. And if you're scared and you get too panicky, I'm not sure you can do your job properly. You know, I can't just not grab this bass and put the strap on and make it work if I was, scared, worried, nervous about it.
And this is the one that they built for him, and
Yeah,
this
this is the 50th anniversary. It's okay. It sounds, but
it's not the real one.
there
This
is only one.
This is one of the rarest instruments ever, right? Am I
There
right?
are only, I think, in that year they only
That's
made
a-
three lefties.
Right,
I
three
think.
lefty.
Yeah.
This is a Gibson Les Paul Sunburst,
Yep.
1959,
Yep.
which is like the holy grail of guitar collecting.
Yeah.
And they only made three lefty,
That
and
year.
this is one of them.
Yeah.
Even if it had not been Paul McCartney's guitar, this would still be
Oh,
a
these were
very collectible
Yeah.
instrument.
Many years ago, I think we were on tour in 1990. We were offered one of the other three. Guy
Yeah.
came to San Francisco. We were playing at Oakland, I think, and he had another one of the three from this
Oh.
year, and he wanted to sell it to us. He wanted $60,000 then.
Which is quite cheap by now. I think that's a
That
good
was
deal.
that was in
That's
1990.
a good deal.
We didn't buy it. We both said,
Oh.
"Why do I don't need two?"
He's not very technical, is he? I think once he was asked what kind of strings he uses, and he said the
Whatever.
long, shiny kind.
Exactly.
He's not really interested in that, right?
No. He's just purely
A musician.
musician. Yeah. He knows what he needs to know, but it doesn't interest him. It really doesn't interest him. He knows what sounds good. He knows what makes or rather, he knows what makes it feel good to play. If you put a set of things on that he doesn't like, that don't feel right, then he would, notice. He won't know what the difference is or what you've done, but he'll ask you to go back to how it was. He likes things the same, We've only just started using this, which is quite.
This he told me he bought just to have this custom paint job on it,
Yeah,
and then he found out that it plays really well.
Fantastic. It's a great guitar. I mean, that's been his #1 electric guitar for 20 years on stage. But we are actually now using this more and more. It's a nice guitar.
It's a work of art.
It is. Actually, it's
That
unique.
also-
Again, unique. Yeah,
That
only
also
one
sounds
off.
very good. Let's talk about the ukulele.
Oh, the lovely ukulele. Yeah, that was.
This also has a story.
Yes, this was given to Paul by George Harrison. George Harrison was a huge ukulele fan and George Formby fan. Apparently he was a member of the fan club and he used to go to the George Formby conventions they have in Birmingham. And if Paul ever went round to the house with George, first they'd end up sitting around with ukuleles playing all night.
I see. And Paul is playing something on it. So he played something for us on this ukulele. So he's playing something on the uke that George brought him.
Exactly. That's really the whole point. Yeah,
That's
it's a tribute to George, and it's the uke that George gave him. It's beautiful. It's lovely. Again, very
It's a
valuable.
Gibson, yes.
These are really quite rare. The one in this lovely condition,
And it has the
especially
sentimental value, of course.
Yeah, very sentimental.
Thank you so much, Keith.
No
for
problem.
your
No
time.
problem.